Peten used to be a very peaceful place. We were so far away from Guatemala City at the turn of the century, of the last century, 1900s. A trip to Guatemala City would last 3 months. It was on horseback, and you had to travel all the mountains to the north. And so the newspapers that were received here were received outdated 3 months. So we were very happy being surrounded by a sort of China wall, from the rest of the world, and that's why the Peten culture is very homogeneous within our community, because we didn't receive too much influence from the outside world. So we had our own way of our own language, for instance, which is a mixture of the Spanish language with the Mayan language, the remaining Maya, and our foods, our music, our plays, our literature is very unique if you compare it with the rest of the country and of the world.
What was the fire? Tell us about this thing. Are you really busy?
Well, robberies and assassinations, homicide.
A small thing like that.
And you are from?
I'm from Canada.
Canada. There is, we receive now people from all over the world, and we can compare different behaviors, cultures.
Yeah.
And I find that the Swiss people are very much alike in the way they behave with the Canadians. I don't know if it's because it's very peaceful over there, and it's a welfare state, nothing happens, everything's
boring.
All right. A little bit it might be. Yeah, very democratic, not so pretentious, not like the people from the United States, they're,
As you mentioned, the developing of tourism here, coming lots of people. Do you see that change on a better or spoiling this sort of two-edge?
At the beginning, when in the 1960s, for instance, it was big news when a blonde, beautiful girl came down from the airplane and went to the island of Flores. It was something strange, and everybody was watching. It was very unusual. But then the changes. We have a road, and we have more communications, and we are now more used to these exchanges with people from other latitudes, and our own traditions are changing very fast. Yeah, we had, for instance, some plays that were executed, were performed during the fairs, the annual fairs, very traditional, with marimbas and our own disguises and things like that. And all of a sudden, Mickey Mouse appeared among these parades, and so things are changing very fast. The people are getting polluted, I would say, by the people who come here. And ambition, which was one of the elements that we could perceive that kept this tranquility before there was no much competition. It was not quite a democracy or a communism in the sense of the political sense, but there was very much equality. You can see it in Flores. All the houses were exactly the same shape, same design, all the windows, all the furnitures, Even when there was a feast, the girls had to go to the church or to a dance, a party. They would take the servants and exchange with them the dresses and give them their shoes, and everybody went to. There were no differences and discrimination, because there's always been rich and poor here, but they could not hire laborers. I mean, if they wanted to drink milk, for instance, they had to go themselves to the mainland and, ordeñar a la vaca. That was life in the tropics here in Peten. That's the way it was.